Hello and welcome to Ag Talking Raw. This is Sunday the 7th. It is 11:50 in the morning. I took my load of hay today and I am just getting back now. Now, I have my headset set up here, so I'm kind of gonna check to make sure to open sound preferences so that y'all can hear me, and of course, yes, it is all the way where we need it to be. I'm hoping that everybody can hear me just fine. So, yes, okay. All right, let's get started here. 35 seconds in. All right, so I'm going to start with reading questions because that's basically what this channel is about. I do get off topic and I do talk about my thoughts and feelings and opinions about certain things, and that's probably going to happen again today because I get asked a question and I like to answer as thoroughly as I possibly can. So, okay. La da da da. This turbo diesel, he had like 50,000 things to say. A lot of people you will talk to on the internet will be young and dumb. Just the facts. LOL. Well, we're all young and dumb at some point in our lives. Usually, when we're young, we're pretty stupid, and that's the beginning stages of getting old is when you're young. So, a lifetime of knowledge will, you know, make you not so stupid unless you're a blockhead, which does happen. So, yeah, I'm going to start with this question right here. It says, "Do you ever get fed up with farming?" Yeah, of course. I think everybody gets fed up with something in their lives. I got fed up with my ex-wife cheating on me, so I kicked her ass to the curb. Um, you know, so that's one thing. But yeah, farming, yeah, you can get fed up with farming. Absolutely 100% fed up with farming. Uh, like when I decided to quit growing corn and soybeans, when we made the decision to sell the dairy cows, we were pretty much fed up with those portions of agriculture. Now, in the hay business, I can go back into corn and beans, and it's not a good time to do that. Maybe soybeans, but corn, no. Wheat, no. Rye, I could do rye again. That's a profitable proposition there, but you do need to get the government involved in your if you're going to sell it for seed. So you kind of got to be careful there. Ah, all right. Let's see what we got here. Have you ever grown miscanthus for the mushroom barms? No, I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Educate me so I know. Um, oh, I wanted to say that the Western Star has been sold, so you're not going to be hearing anything more about that. Maybe a video of it going down the road. That's about it. I do have to take my name and number off the side, so that's coming soon. All right. Oh, hey Wes, I asked you this question multiple times, never got an answer. Do you think it's better to stick money into a tractor or buy a new one? Needs an engine, rebuilt, paint, and other little things. Uh, yeah. I did answer this. If it's not your main tractor, put some money into it. But if it's something that's your go-to tractor and it's causing you a lot of troubles, then it's time to get rid of your old faithful or not so faithful, your old not so faithful go-to tractor and get a different one. I'm not saying go out and spend $250,000 on a brand new tractor because let somebody else take that depreciation. I know I catch a lot of flack on my other channel for buying tractors that are just hitting 10 years. They'll hit 10 years old at the end of 2018. So I bought them at 9 years old. Honestly, that's not really that old for a tractor. I mean, all the parts are still available, and it's not like it's a big issue. Somebody else paid the depreciation on it, and it will hold its value for quite some time from this point forward. Okay. Someone says it's hard to hear the microphone. Well, I think this will be better. I hope it is. A lot a lot of people are just talking about this microphone. Ask me questions. I know the microphone. After one or two, if you've read the comments, one or two questions about the microphone, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to read that and see that, oh, you know what, the microphone wasn't any good, and you can stop asking that. Cut the 955 up for scrap. It's old tech and basically worthless in today's construction world. I agree with that. Not the cutting it up for scrap, but it's old and pretty much worthless in the construction world. The reason it's old, worthless in construction world is because track hose took over the the role of the track excavator or the excavator that thing is. So they call track hoe an excavator, whereas the old yeah 955L loader track loader was a track excavator. When am I going to do winter maintenance on the Krone again? Yes, absolutely. I got to get a hold of Messick this week and see if I can get that thing in there. I know they're going to be working with the York Farm Show, and I'll probably be at the York Farm Show. I'm not sure yet. I have to actually take a look and see if it's going to be worth my while. I'll probably go incognito because I can't seem to see anything or anyone with that hat on because everybody just mobs me, and it's not annoying. It's just I really would like to go, you know, see the equipment. That's all. Enjoy your videos on the OLF channel. Thank you for sharing your life with us, and the way you pick on Tim has always taught. It has always taught if they don't like you, they will not pick on you, right, Tim? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. The CT question about the CT30 track loader. How are you liking the new set of tracks? The new set of tracks are wonderful. They actually ride smoother. They grip firmer, harder. You know, I mean, I can push more. And snow. The other one's on snow. That thing was all over the place. This one on snow, I go anywhere. I'll go anywhere. Yeah. I agree with you on robots. I have no idea how they are paying for it. I don't know how they're paying for it. Uh, you know, honestly, when it comes down to it, you got to know how you're going to pay for something before you purchase it. And there's an ad in the paper here. Excuse me, I just ate, but there's an ad in the paper here. Yeah, was it Lancaster Farming? And wow, that sun is so bright. Can you believe that? Maybe I should just turn this way. There's an ad in the Lancaster Farmer that milk is going to take another $2 hit. $2 more. I mean, come on. Diesel fuel is at $3 a gallon for fuel oil. You know, I mean, come on. It's insane. It's insane. So yeah, crazy. Diesel fuel, electricity's up, everything's up. It's cold as a witch's tit in a brass brazier. You know how it is. What is my opinion on 50/50 antifreeze in tires or wheel weights? Wheel weights, you can pretty much move them from one tractor to the other. Anytime you put liquid in tires, it's a pain in the ass. You should know that. It's just you pump it in, you get a flat, you got to pump it back out before you can fix it. You always lose when you put it in there anyway. So I'd rather buy iron that I can move from one tractor to another, and you know, it's always a saleable item. So if you're paying for iron to strap onto your tractor, when you go to sell it, you'll be able to get as much as you paid for it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Tim's mic was louder. Probably was. I don't set my stuff up quite right, I guess. I don't know. I know it's not a non-agricultural video, but what do you think of Logan Paul's recent video? I don't even know who Logan Paul is. Who the hell's Logan Paul? Yeah, here in West Virginia, you never see mushroom barns anywhere. No, you're not. It's a regional thing. It's East Coast. I know there were some out in Oregon and in California. There were some, but nothing like us here. Well, Peyton Horton, if you can get me lime for $10 a ton hauled here, I'd pay you directly. Yes, dairymen do get the shaft. Did my grandmother's cotton start growing yet? No. She's picking it out. She's going to be 93 here pretty soon, but she'll get that started in the greenhouse, and she'll get cotton in New Jersey, believe it or not. It's like a 180-day crop. It's a long season. So she's got to start it now in order to get a crop out of it. But she'll do it. She's done it before. I can only imagine somewhere Cotton Top 3 had said that he had sent up some cotton. I haven't had time to watch anybody's videos other than nobody's videos. I'm sorry. Uh, Hey Wes, let's stop talking about dairy. Let's talk about the weather. I watched the news here, and it seems the west of the USA is covered with 3 meters of snow and frozen solid. But every day I watch OLF, the only thing I see is salt. What's going on over there? Are you still alive? Scratch from the Netherlands. Hey, listen, it's freaking cold. It was -1 today. This morning when I got to the farm, it's cold. Yeah, they dump enough salt on everything to choke out the fish in the Delaware. It's pretty tough. What are my thoughts on GM foods? Well, my thoughts on genetically modified foods is that human beings have genetically modified foods since they discovered how to do it, which we're talking tens of thousands of years ago. When they started cultivating crops, they genetically modified them by doing simple things like picking out the largest seed to replant and the cross pollinations of different plants to come up with something that grows better than saving that seed. It's an ongoing thing. What's happening now is it's being done in a laboratory, and instead of it taking a century to come up with something different, or 10 years to come up with something different, they're doing it in weeks. So everything is sped up. It's like field work is all sped up with the bigger tractors and stuff. Everything is going so fast. It's I'm ready for a slowdown, really. I'd like to see things like take it easy. Just take it easy, It's getting too crazy. What's your opinion on Fiat Agri tractors or Heston in the US? Well, Fiat Agri is New Holland, Case New Holland now. So they're old. I mean, they came into the country back in the 80s. I don't think they ever made it much into the 90s as Heston tractors. Um, if they did, I didn't have anything to do with them. I bleed green if you didn't know. Yeah. What kind of idiots think it's okay to just show up on someone's property with no notice? That happens, believe me. That happens more than solicitors, idiots, inconsiderate assholes. Yeah, that's about right. Um, invited him for beer. They said they don't drink, and then they tell him it was rude to share a drink and walk away. The mailman, a UPS delivery person. Well, those are solicited. If you order something, that's solicited. They're allowed to be there. And the mail is allowed to come if someone has sent you a. It's solicited. That is. But anyways, I think I would agree that Girl Scouts, a mailman, UPS, every different some random stalker from the internet. I worry about the random stalker from the internet. You know, and yeah. So this is going to be a short one because I'm just not feeling it today. You ever just get that? I'm not feeling it today. But I would like to talk about, yeah, am I going to the National Farm Machinery Show? I don't know. I don't think so. Um, Horse kennels, that's funny. A farmer in my area has rebaling operation contracted to established ag stores. He sells them 500, 700 bales a week, no collection problems. Well, you wouldn't because you're dealing with the feed store. The feed store is the one that's going to have the collection problem, and they will only let them get out so far. I mean, horse people just annoy the shit out of me, and it doesn't matter. I had one the other day. Well, I'm a good horse person. I'm not one of those that doesn't pay the bill. Like, yeah, well, who'd you buy from last? Well, I'd rather not say. So why are you coming here? He's out of hay. Nobody's out of hay. Nobody's out of hay. I couldn't sell it to you because you wouldn't pay your damn bill. Yeah, blow up the 955 cat. Nah, I might. An aerator would probably benefit me. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't have one, and it's. Here's a good one. Does fertilizer acidify or alkaline or raise the pH of the soil? Well, it depends on the fertilizer. For most part, it becomes more acidic with time. Um, yeah, I need I need to raise my pH about a half. Like I'm at 6.0 to I need to be 6.5 would be really nice. So half a ton to the acre would be more than enough to do that. Yeah, well, I'm out of the central Illinois. I'm not in central Illinois. I'm sorry. I'm in New Jersey, and they charge the ever loving shit out of you for that stuff here. Yeah. Anyway, pump up the volume. Yeah, that was a good movie back in the day, right? I think it was what the heck was his name? Christian Slater was in that. Good movie. Yeah. I look like a pilot. Well, thank you. I've flown before. I'm not. I'm not new to taking to the skies. Yeah. Power of intention. Cows actually have a soul. Okay. Uh, what's your favorite tractor and why? And is there a new tractor that you really want to try out? Well, new tractors, no. I'm tractor heavy right now. I used to love the 7810, and it's still a great tractor. It's just I got front suspension, cab suspension on these other tractors, and the ride is just perfect for me. So I like the 8530 a lot. 8120, 8530, 7530. They're really good tractors. The 7810 used to be my favorite, but now, it could go. I could sell it tomorrow and be happy. Um, that's just it. God, everybody with this volume. Why did I get out of rabbits? Well, I was making good money with rabbits. I was actually making about, I was making anywhere from a buck 40 to a buck 75, buck 80 a pound live weight for the rabbits. And it was really good. And there was like four buyers, three buyers up at the one auction market. There was a company that wanted to buy them direct. They offered me 70 cents a pound live weight. I wasn't going to do that. That's bullshit. Maximum of 8 pounds. They didn't want the rabbit to be any bigger than that. And, honestly, I always wanted them to be maximum weight of 7 to 8 pounds. 8 pounds, that's 70 cents a pound. I'd rather take the buck 70, the buck 80. The buck 40 I was a little bit depressed with, but not depressed physically or, emotionally, but, it was a little bit harder to make the payments for whatever I had at the time. So the price is why I got out of rabbits. I enjoyed the rabbits, bred them for several years. Um, I had up to 300 rabbits at one time. I had a lot of rabbits. Yeah. What do I think of vegetable farming? We are first generation vegetable and row crop. Well, vegetables, it's labor intensive. It'll pay off. I think Teresa's home. I think vegetables will pay off pretty good if you do a good job at it. It's all in marketing. It's all in marketing. So yeah, yeah. So that's what it is. All right. So I've kind of browsed through most of these most of these questions here. One of them says a robot is about 100,000 pounds in England. Well, I think they're closer to 200 here in the United States. They're not cheap. Everything seems to be more expensive here. It was really weird when I was in England last year. I could buy a brand new John Deere tractor in England for less, and I'm not talking a little bit less. I'm talking a lot less in England than I could here in the United States. 70, what was it, a 72 or whatever the hell they were, a big John Deere, big 7000 series tractor. Um, it was $30,000 less than it is here, and they are made here. They ship them to Germany. Germany, they put all the light packages and all the European hitches and things like that they need on them, and then they're distributed from the Mannheim, or yeah, no, not Mannheim, from the God, where the hell is that? God, where in the hell do they build these things in Germany? Well, they're shipped from Germany over to within Europe and Asia, if I've got it right. Um, yeah. I don't want to say Mannheim, Germany. Is it Mannheim? It is Mannheim. Mannheim, Germany. So, they're the same damn tractor, but why are they $30,000 less? That was a real crazy thing about those tractors. Now, I don't think they would sell me one new to ship back to the United States. I really don't. I know that John Deere would be pissed, like really pissed. Probably would, cut the dealer off, but that's just one of those things. Wes, the sound is good before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I agree, and I'm hoping that this sounds a lot better than it did before. Just watch a LPG, liquid petroleum gas 730 videos. Have some questions I've heard about LP tractors, but I don't know why someone would want a LP tractor instead of a gas or diesel. Sorry if these are dumb questions. I am not a ag guy. 1. How long does it run on 41 gallons of propane? Okay. Uh, it runs on that propane until it's out of propane. It depends on what you're doing. They're not dumb questions. This is actually a pretty good question, well worth the answer. It can run for days, a couple of days. It's not much less efficient than gasoline. Uh, yeah. And how much power? Number 2, how much power does the tractor make? Well, believe it or not, the propane tractor produces more horsepower than even the diesel. That 730 propane can really put the power to the ground. I'm really impressed with the way that thing produces power. The reason that they went with propane was because in the southern states, and that's where you would get them down in the bayou, down in Louisiana, Texas, and Alabama, and down in that area, that region of the country, it was because LP gas was readily available through the refineries, and it was cheap. So even if it took a little more propane to make the same horsepower or a little more horsepower, it burns cleaner, and propane was cheap. So that's why they did that. But yeah, all right. I think I'm pretty much done with this. So, anyways, this is 22 minutes in. Yeah. I'm gonna talk just for a couple more minutes about a question that I got on the other channel. Uh, the other channel, there's a guy. Well, it was actually a question that I got on yesterday's video through the with my OK video, and that got demonetized, by the way. If you can't hardly believe it, it drives me nuts. But Google sucks when it comes to that, and I really shouldn't say that. I'm going to it anyway. Um, yeah, they said that I seem happier in the older videos, or my videos were more upbeat years ago. Uh, I I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why you would say that. I mean, I do the same things, you know. Maybe maybe my kids grew up, but here's a question that just just popped up on my screen, and I don't know why I missed it. It says, Wes, how do you cope with your divorce? I'm not talking money. I'm talking about how you got over it. And as the great man you are, I need your opinion. Okay. So, Thor the Northern, divorce sucks. Okay? It really does. You can take your best friend, I mean, the person, and she is, or he is, depending if you're a man or a woman watching this, um, they're your best friend, and you confide everything. They know your deepest, darkest secrets. They know when you've broken the law. They know when you've lost your temper. They know your business dealings. They know whatever it is you've done in your entire life, and they go from being your best friend to your biggest threat. Um, I coped with my divorce by working. I did. I got the kids in the divorce. They were mine. Haley and Joe, Tim, they were my children. She confronted me with a high-powered rifle, and that was pretty much the clincher. That was it. I got the kids, and I raised those kids for the majority of their life. She was around, but never really around. She was around, and she took them on her days when she wanted to, and or when she felt that she had to. There were days that I told her she had to, and she did. Just dealing and coping with a divorce, the best advice I could have for that is try to be amicable if you've got kids. If you don't have kids, just tell her to go bend over, fuck herself, and be done with her. Never speak to her again because she will only cause you heartache and disappointment. Because if she has cheated on you, then she's a cheater and she'll always be a cheater. Mine was a cheater, so she's always a cheater. She'll never, ever, ever in 40 million years change. Uh, so if you have kids and you allow her to be part of your life, you're looking for trouble. I was divorced for what 11 or 12 years, and she came back in 2015, and it cost me $57,000 to defend myself. That was the grand total after the lawyers and the therapy and the psychiatrist, the psychologist, and everything else. And yeah, that's what it cost. So the less contact you have with her, the better off you'll be. Get yourself a rebound girlfriend. Just make sure that the girlfriend that you have, that rebound girl, knows that she's a rebound girlfriend. Go out, have fun, get your mind off of it. Be open and honest with the person you're going to be with. Like say, hey, listen, I'm just coming out of a divorce. I don't really want anything super serious. I just want to hang out, and then if we get together and do that stuff, do that. It's a smart idea. So anyway, I've talked now for 26 minutes, so I hope I answered all the questions that I have. I'm trying to be as positive as possible on a depressing -1 degree day. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more.